Okay, so by now you have open up your Carve Pro program. You set the parameters for your material, and you'll have saved it using the file save as function. Alright, next thing to do, go under file operations, bring your bitmap into place. You're looking at the import bitmap for tracing. There's a folder with a picture, a little birdie on it. You want to click on that. Navigate to your desktop. If you remember, that's where you dragged and dropped your bitmap. So click on that. Find your bitmap, click on it, and open it. Now this should not take a whole lot of time. Notice it does take a little bit of time, but if you're noticing your computer's taking like 10 minutes or more, then something's wrong. Probably a good idea just to shut down your computer even, restart everything, and then try again. If worst case scenario happens and it repeats, then go to another computer and work with that. Okay. So we've got a bitmap in. It should only take maybe 10 seconds, no more than that. Notice that the image, the bitmap, is selected. You can see it's selected because there's a purple line around the page. If I click off the page, it's deselected, and then I can't actually do the next step that I want to do, which is tracing the bitmap. So make sure again that you haven't clicked off the page somewhere and deselected it. Make sure that it is in fact selected. And if you want to know how to do that, real simple. You can, under 2D view control, you can press your zoom to fit button, which is great. If you're working with a mouse, and I highly recommend working with the mouse, the mouse wheel in the middle allows you to zoom in and zoom out. Also, if you press down on the wheel, you can move the paper around. So you zoom out all the way, and then make a big selection box around the whole thing to make sure it's all selected. There we go. Press your zoom to fit, and then you've got a selected image. Make sure you're doing that. It's selected before you click on this next thing. Next thing to do, again, click the little birdie under Create Vectors called Trace Bitmap. Okay, so I'm just going to pause for a second. Make sure that you've got your image brought in once again with file operations. You're looking at Import Bitmap for tracing. It's the folder at the end. Okay, so by now you should have that image in place, and you pause the video to do that. And the second thing is to back out and make sure that you've got the entire image selected. Okay, I'll pause the video for a second and you can do that. Good. Okay, so next video we're going to be looking at tracing the bitmap, which again is under the Create Vectors. You can go ahead and open up that panel, but I'm going to pause the video here now, and I'll get into that in the next video.